March 17th, 2020 special meeting of the Board of Selectmen will come to order. I'd like to ask Deb and June and everyone else in the room to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And just to go over for those of you who are joining or listening in on the phone, this is a special meeting of the Board of Selectmen. It'll be quick. We just wanted to have a chance to debrief with each other and do so following FOI laws, which have been slightly modified given the state of emergency, which allows for what you're doing now, a call in, a video, and this is the first time we've ever done this at Town Hall, so bear with us. You will all be muted for the whole time. There's no comments from the public as part of this meeting, but if you do want to talk to us afterwards, we are at Town Hall all day today, so please do feel free to call or email. So on the new business, and thank you guys for coming in, we wanted to just let you know that the purpose of this discussion was to discuss some of the local impacts of the COVID-19 and the possibility of issuing a declaration similar to other towns in our community of local civil preparedness. Others are issuing declarations of emergency, but we wanted just to discuss the option here today. As of now, we have the language drawn up, which I can share with you guys afterwards, just kind of giving an overview. Essentially, it reinforces the powers of the First Selectman and Board of Selectmen to make changes or temporary 35 days, I believe, per our town charter changes if we feel like there needs to be anything. Some municipalities are doing this as well in case it helps give them a leg up in terms of federal reimbursement, but as we've more recently learned, the reimbursement likely won't be coming through FEMA. We're not sure there's as much reason to do this, but we do want to be prepared in case it does come to that. So that was part of it, just to share with you and see if you guys had questions about the idea of declaring a local state of civil preparedness for an emergency.
No, I think if we need to, if it's beneficial to, we can, but I think all of the measures that we've taken so far seem to be working. Yeah. But I'm on board. If we need to, I'm on board to do it.
I agree. It's good to have everything in place, even if we don't need it right now.
I think that's exactly right. I think it's in place just in case we need to. But for now, I say we table it, and we'll have a special meeting if we need to. But so far, I say the business community, organizations, and individuals have been very understanding and supportive as new executive orders have been coming down almost daily from the state, and they've been very patient, I think, and bearing with us and understanding. So I don't think there's any need in Stonington to do this as of now, but we'll have it tabled in case we do.
It's not like we're going anywhere, so you need to call a meeting within 24 hours. We'll be here. So
exactly.
And then we also just wanted to kind of give an update for what we're doing at Town Hall. Just so you guys can know, and anyone else who is joining can listen or know. It's strange to get used to the video component. But basically, I just want to share that, as most of you know, Governor Lamont signed an executive order yesterday, 7D. You can read it online if you want all the details. But basically, in summary, it closes any restaurants, bars, including private clubs, from serving within their establishment. You can only now do takeout for food options. And then it also limits capacity to 50 people. I did want to note that just last night, from the federal level, the recommendation is 10 people, but the state of Connecticut law, the executive order, is 50 people. Massachusetts is doing 25. So people should keep these things in mind as they're deciding for themselves, but the law for Connecticut is 50. We've had some people call with questions about what the actual limit is. It also closes, just as of yesterday, the casinos are now closed, and requires the closure of gym, fitness studios, and movie theaters. But for now, supermarkets and smaller retail shops are remaining open. We also, as you guys have seen and know, we did close Town Hall and Human Services to the public as of Monday. We announced it on Friday, and this is a proactive measure just to hopefully ensure to the best of our ability that we can remain serving the public while here. Limiting the amount of interaction of people who come in, particularly the elderly. Hopefully will protect residents as well as protecting town hall staff members so we can continue to serve. And just to reassure everyone, and if you guys have questions, everyone is actively working. A few individuals are working remotely. We've set up some capability for those who can, and they're doing that because of their own personal situations with family health. And then for certain teams, such as human services and also public works, we're trying to divide them up into teams so that way even if one person might get sick, others are still there that they haven't been interacting with, so they can continue to do their important work at least a certain level. So that's kind of, and then the transfer station is remaining open right now, and we thank all the people who work at the transfer station for staying there and doing that, and we ask that residents respect their distance in terms of social distancing, kind of to allow them to be there and do their job, but they won't be able to assist people as they have in the past with sometimes helping them with things out of the car. So if you have heavy things and you can't do it yourselves, wait a few more weeks and then we're happy to help you. Trash and sewer should remain operational. We did hear that the sewers do need constant manning. So they have people there with even sleeping bags if they need it. They are getting takeout from local restaurants, and they're essentially there, and they're not interacting with each other. So again, if one goes down, they have two people at each site, they can kind of then start manning the other ones. And then those were for most of our town hall updates. This to also reassure people, police, fire, and EMS services are going to continue as they have been, as best of our ability. And the other one thing I will say is it's been such a pleasure working with the Stonington Public School team, particularly their food service team and our human services team, trying to get from day one, the very first thing we started talking about was that 30% of Stonington students receive free or reduced lunch. So what happens when schools are closed? So we're prepared and we're on that from day one. So that was really exciting to see that partnership. Just to let people know, it had been at the Human Services parking lot, so I moved across the street to the high school to allow for more room for people not to necessarily always get out of their car. They can really do like a curbside pickup, but that location has moved, but it continues to be 8 to 10 Monday through Friday. And people who need a delivery can call, and they are arranging deliveries for families that need that. And then I guess the final thing to say, the Pawcatuck Neighborhood Center food pantry remains open. They're also doing more of a curbside instead of going into the food pantry, and normally you get to pick your own things. This will be more of a curbside pickup for anyone who is a client. But if you aren't a client and now due to changing circumstances need to be a client, they're still accepting new clients. So that they've been wonderful to work with also. And so maybe before moving into comments from us, do you guys have any questions about those changes?
No.
One thing to say is please reiterate what you started with, because we had it on mute, unfortunately. So the first 7
Just
minutes.
the first couple of.
So about the
Just your first
declaration
word.
and whatnot.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, no, it's okay. We can.
Oh, so we found out we were on mute. Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So you were live.
Okay.
Okay.
You were on for the folks that were listening on the phone.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. Okay, so for the folks who are on the phone, I guess just to summarize the very first part, we basically just went through the Governor Lamont's executive order overview, which is 7D, if you want to look it up online, and also went through discussions of if we in Stonington do decide we need to issue a declaration of local civil preparedness, that we are prepared to do so. We have the attorney has drafted up the legal language so we can do so, but at this time we don't feel that's a step we need to take in Stonington. And I think that was the basic summary of it. Okay, did you guys have questions about the town hall closure openings or?
No, I mean, so the record keeping is still going on, tax collection, paying our bills, all of those things are still happening. But it's all still happening.
Yeah, everybody's actually very busy, and town hall is not fully set up to be virtual, but everybody's been working really hard to get creative and even allowing people to take pictures of things and then send them in over email if you don't have a scanner at home. Also, we've had a few people who've been very thoughtful and I'd say, very courageous in saying they're happy to go out to meet people in the parking lot if that has to happen, if it's something that's really timely and they can't do the, email or phone transfer. So we have had a few people meet people in the parking lot and do some business out there. So obviously if anything can wait, that's wonderful, but if it can't, we will continue. We have canceled all town meetings.
Yeah, I was going to
aside
say
from
that
the
too.
Board of
All
Finance.
non-essential town meetings.
My question about the Board of Finance.
That one's still going for deliberations tomorrow night. Again, this is the first test with the video, but we did a test this morning. We're going to do another one. But because it's deliberations, normally there's no comments from the public anyway, so it worked out for this meeting. So they'll be similar to this. There'll be the video option, there'll be a phone line so people can listen in, and then half the Board of Finance will come to Town Hall, and the other half is going to be dialing in remotely. And so they'll be able to talk. Myself, a few other key people that representative from the Board of Ed, from police, and from human services will be on the line in case there are specific questions to them. But otherwise, everyone will be muted and they can listen in and watch if they want to see how deliberations go. And we believe we'll be able to do it in one day. So hopefully it's just
starts
Wednesday.
at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah. So that'll be, we'll see how that goes. But all other meetings have been canceled for at least the next 2 weeks.
Okay. And Public Works is still...
Yes, Public Works is out there. If you see them, give them their distance. They're trying to prioritize projects that won't be as much in busy areas, but they are out there every day working.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. And Stacy, for the final part, we thought you could maybe record it, and we'll do our comments from the Selectman as a video recording that we can then post as a recording for the day. Okay.
How do I do this?
So I think if Stacy just uses her phone and maybe stands there right next to it and just records it. And then so what we want to do is we're going to try and have a goal of having a daily communication to residents. So potentially via video updates, just to let you know what we've been up to. We've done it Friday and Monday, and then we thought since Deb and June are here, we could give a message to everybody. So for those watching or listening, this is kind of what we're doing as part of our comments from the Selectmen. So maybe, do you want to start with any message that you want to share with residents?
I just want to share that, and I know Deb will reiterate this, but we are 100% supportive of Danielle. I couldn't be prouder to be serving with you at a time like this, which is unprecedented, but we are a unified team, which, to spread that out a little bit, we are all in this together. I know that in short order we'll be laughing about all the toilet paper hoarding that's been going on, but that's really not necessary, as I know the stores have promised that they're going to keep their shelves busy and full. For the financial markets, for any of you that are worried about your statements, in the best of times, only 53 out of 100 times are your accounts up from the day before. So just, everybody just don't panic and stay put. And I know I've got a lot of confidence that we will get through this. We'll get through it together. So, yeah.
Yeah, I want to, I agree with June, and I'm so proud to be working with the two of them, and I'm so proud of Danielle. She's really stepping up.
Yeah.
But I just want to remind people too, there's still a lot of ways, and it's really important to support our local businesses. You can buy gift cards, you can shop online, you can do takeout and curbside pickup. Keep your eyes posted. I know I've seen all morning different businesses posting on other social media and Facebook, different ways, their hours and things you can still do. And that's really going to be important. And it's going to be important once we're done with this as well, to really step up and support them.
Yeah, takeout is great. So it saves a lot of time at home, and it helps support our local businesses. So yeah.
And we were talking with some business owners. They said, yes, if you get gift certificates, please do so, and then please wait for them to be back up and running before you use them again. So maybe this summer will be a great time to use all those gift certificates or give them out as gifts to people. I think just in closing, just to say, we do really hope everyone very much respects the social distancing to the extent possible. Limiting your time outside the house, thinking about your neighbors or elderly relatives or anyone you see in the community you can help. think now is the time to think of each other. But we know we will get through this. I think that is the main message we want to share, that we'll get through this, and we just need to really take care of ourselves and each other, and we'll be here for you. And if you need anything, call and reach out.
Yeah, so I think our seniors, right? So we do have a large population of seniors in Stonington, and part of closing downtown hall is to protect the seniors, keep an eye out for them, and follow all the guidelines. We wash our hands a lot, right? If you're sick, stay home. If someone in your home is sick, then the whole family should stay home and self quarantine. That's just common sense stuff, and be kind to one another.
Exactly.
So,
Yes.
be kind to one another.
Thank
So,
you.
Thank
so.
you.
Yeah.
I like the kindness. Okay, anything further? If not, we can stand adjourned.
I don't think.
Nope.
Nothing from me. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay.